The House Committee on Appropriation continues its deliberations for the 2024 proposed national budget. The representatives of the Department of Tourism and Foreign Affairs Department did not only discuss their proposed financial needs, but also tackled controversial issues that have hounded their respective agencies. Melales Moras has the full story.
Department of Tourism Secretary Cristina Frasco headed the agency's delegation in today's deliberations of the House Committee on Appropriations for the proposed 2024 national budget. According to the DOT, from 3.7 billion pesos allocation this year, their proposed budget for 2024 went down to 2.9 billion pesos. So Secretary Frasco is hoping for the lower chamber's help to increase their budget, especially since they believe the tourism sector is really primed to take off next year and boost the country's economic growth. The DOT chief highlighted the tourism industry continues to recover following the pandemic, so they fervently hope to sustain and build on this trend with the help of a bigger allocation. In response, some lawmakers expressed support for the DOT's plea.
All of these numbers translate to the very core and purpose as to why we all support tourism, and that is to provide employment and livelihood to our fellow Filipinos. In 2022, the tourism industry employed over 5.35 million Filipinos across the country. Multiply that by the average number of Filipinos in a family, and you can easily deduct that over a quarter of 100 million Filipinos have benefited from tourism.
Tourism is undoubtedly one of the most dynamic and vibrant sectors of the modern world that has the power to stimulate and propel economic growth, cultural exchange, and social development within a nation. The economic impact of tourism cannot be overstated. It provides a livelihood for countless individuals in hospitality, transportation, agriculture, and handicraft trade.
Apart from budget issues, the most controversial matter hounding the department had to be brought up in the hearing. The agency's Love the Philippines Tourism Campaign ad. The agency clarified it's been resolved and will be releasing a set of new tourism videos soon, together with the launching of new tourism projects. After the DOT, it was the Department of Foreign Affairs' turn to face the House Budget Panel deliberations. Compared to DFA's allocation for 2023, their proposed budget for next year is higher, and lawmakers believe the DFA's proposed amount for next year fits right into their plans and programs. But the discussions eventually led to the elephant in the room, China.
At this point po ba, if DFA is to be asked, has China done any act of war so far?
Well, I really have to check what the definition of act of war, but I really, as I mentioned earlier, we're still committed with China to manage our disputes peacefully. And that's the way that we're both working. I suppose if a country were to declare war on us, then we would then have to respond. But our foreign policy, as the President has clearly said, is an independent foreign policy where the Philippines is friends to all. And we will pursue that.
Melales Moras for The Nation.